Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be testing out Shadow Muck like we did say yesterday, and what do you know, they're already showing up. We just have to drop the name and it just goes bananas. So we're going to be pairing it up with several different Pokemon here, Lucario, as well as Shadow Scizor. Now Shadow Scizor itself probably deserves its own video. Just tested it out, just spending another 100k plus Stardust on random Pokemon to use for just like a couple of battles. You know how we do it. And then we do have good old Wally here that we're going to be putting on the team later down the line. So it is going to be weak to fire, right? It's not necessarily the most balanced team, but I like to just test things out. Like I've described before, as far as ranking up, it's nice and all, but it's also nice to test things out to see what we can get away with just for fun here. So Lucario does have Power Punch and Shadow Ball. You could go close combat. It's not a bad option at all. I just preferred the bait move so we can potentially bait, right? And we have Shadow Ball for whatever coverage that we have to go up against. With that said, let's just hop into this here. Leading with the Heracross, met with a Trevenant. That's not a great lead, so we're going to have to swap. We're going into Lucario. Yeah, like I said, this team is going to be a little bit odd. We're just having a little fun over here. So they go for C-Bomb. They do get my shield, and they swap into a Surf Edge. Gotta love it. So we're getting countered here by the front and the middle. And we're just going Power Punch. We got the shield, and I'm going obviously another Power Punch because we can't get to Shadow Ball. Well, we're going to do a little bit more damage, or we're just going to get that shield from them again. Sounds good. Got both the shields. Down goes Lucario. We have one shield left. Now we can go in here with Muck or Heracross. Both are going to be resisting counter. I decided to go in here with the Heracross. Now we have to look out for Brave Bird, and there it was. So it's a good thing we shielded it up, and we're loaded up on energy while they have no shields left, and same with us. So let's see what we can get away with. In comes Trevenant. We got that Muck back there. The star of the show hasn't even done a dang thing. Now, was it good? Let's talk about that. They got a Whale-Ran in the back. Whale-Ran, whatever. Okay. It was okay. It did fine. It was good for sure. You know what I need to do, though? I need to put together a better team that protects it. Not such a vulnerable team. We'll probably we'll see what we can do in the next couple of days. And if you're wondering about Heisenberg, I mean, of course, Heisenberg is still great. I mean, you got people out here trying to mimic the show Breaking Bad. You got all these different sort of drug shows now. Same with the Heisenberg team. You got all these people trying to remaster it as if they're going to recreate some sort of masterpiece, but they're not. They're not. But about it, it's a good team, but here's the thing. People already know about it. I mean, it is a well-known team, and, there's just so much you can get away with it. Look at this lag. What the? All right, so we're up against Muck. This is fine. Ooh, they swapped to a Sylveon to catch, or they're just trying to snipe us out, which is not going to happen. We still have energy going for a Rock Blast, swapping into our Muck here, Shadow, and it does have great IVs. So we're going to be going with Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse. You could go with the Sludge Wave. I just prefer Dark Pulse for those Psychic types that we do go up against, or maybe even another Poison type, potentially a Nidoqueen. Therefore, having Thunder Punch and Sludge Wave is going to be horrible, as opposed to having the Dark Pulse. So we have 1 HP here and a bunch of energy. We're just going to be throwing the Dark Pulse immediately. It's just right, whatever. Their own Muck. All right, so they're still alive. That's fine. We go in here with our Heracross. They immediately swap into Walrein. And we're going to go ahead and go Rock Blast. I mean, that's all we can really get away with. We have no HP. Swapping into ours immediately. We still have 1 shield left. And, this Walrein has been incredible everywhere. It's just, it is meta. It's new. Community Day. Not that expensive to make, I guess. So, of course, it's going to be everywhere. It's so stinking good. And this is, what are we going to do here? I think we can let this go. Icicle Spear. So, good call. I actually had to make that call. Yeah, Earthquake wouldn't have KO'd, but we would have been pretty low. Taking him out. And we farm down their Muck and taking the win. Let's keep it going here. What are we going to see for the next battle? Make sure you hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Magnus, you got to love it. What's in the back? Walrein. Okay, well, got that water type matching with the front. You already know. So they're going to be swapping into Toxicroak. We do bring in our Muck. And yeah, like I said, we got to make a more balanced team here. I was just seeing what we can get away with. And we got away with quite a bit, I suppose. Shadow Scizor, we'll get into that here in a moment. It was good. Worth the investment? Sure. Again, another Pokemon that I need to kind of orchestrate a team around. Not kind of just throw it into the team that I liked or that I was using. This is not the way it works. But we'll make it work. Gonna go ahead and bring in our Heracross here and let this go. Sludge Bomb to the face, unfortunately. Countering down with a little bit of energy there. And they're bringing in a Machamp. See, this is why Heracross, I mean, I'm loving this thing. I mean, with the meta that we're currently seeing, it is amazing. Of course, it's got things it needs to worry about. Trevenant, Crobat, Confusion users. But even those Confusion users have to look out for Mega Horn. And even those Flyers have to look out for Rock Blast. So it is just all around very good. All right, so they're coming back in here with Magnezone. They're going Wild Charge. We're shielding it up. Going to go straight for the Earthquake here. I can't even, bait right now. And they're letting it go. Oh, righty. They had to call it. They had to call me shielding or not. In comes Machamp, and this is incredible. Watch, they still have a shield left. And we take them out. All right, that's just the way it goes. Now we're going to go ahead and power up that Scizor here. How much are we spending? 113,000 Stardust. So somebody was like, hey, you don't... Stop complaining. You have all the Stardust in the world that lasts you years. Oh, is that so? Okay. Well, I spend about 100,000 Stardust every other day, so I don't think that's the case. So many people have so many opinions on things they don't even know. It's crazy. So what do I do for a fire lead? Well, I'll show you. Smack it down. Blast it. There you go. And it's over. Looked like they were lagging. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's Go Battle League for you. So why are you even worried about hitting Legend? Who cares? All right, so into the next battle. What are we going to see here? Walrein. Okay, there you go. So this is always a good lead for us. And the thing about Heracross, you don't have to worry about Earthquake because you resist it with the bug typing. The Icicle Spear is annoying. It does a decent amount of damage. It is spammy, but at the same time, you're hitting them very hard at the same time. So we're going to be making a swap into our Muck here. Going to go ahead and let this go through. It is going to be a Scald. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good move. Does a lot of damage, but then again, we are Shadow, so keep that in mind. So we're going to be dishing it right back, letting that first one go through, and we will be shielding this up because we kind of want to win this matchup. And I think we do farm down. Tell me I do, please. Okay, good. Farming down, fantastic. In comes the Walrein. We're going to go ahead and go for the Thunder Punch. This is why that Muck has been pretty good. You have that coverage for those water types, those Flyers, even for Heracross as well. So we're going to go ahead and let it go. They immediately swap into a Crobat. We bring in our shiny Scizor. So this is its debut. Well, kind of, yeah. It's first time using. So here we go. We're Steel, so we're not necessarily taking super effective. I had a feeling it was going to be that, but honestly, I couldn't risk it. We're going to be able to outpace them here, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I did shield it up, whether or not it was going to be a bait or not. In comes the Walrein. We're able to get to another Night Slash here and take the win. Now, you could potentially go with Scizor because if you think about it, right? Things that are weak to Dark are usually going to be weak to Bug as well. For the most part, you have Dark. Same weakness. Psychic, same weakness. So it is going to be helping you out. Now, if you go up against Ghost, specifically this one here, it's going to be a little different. Having Night Slash is going to be nice, especially as the Shadow. With Bullet Punch, you're doing a ton of damage. I suppose you can go with Fury Cutter, but I just went with Bullet Punch in case we ran into Fairy types. That was specifically why I did have this, and I didn't see one. Okay, so it was just nice. I love it. I love it when they do that. Right? Fairies all the time, and then you put in the thing that counters them, and they're gone, baby. They're gone. All right, so they're coming back in here. Now, you're doing some okay damage as well with your Bullet Punch up against this, at least as a Shadow. And the IVs on mine are opposite of what you would necessarily want, unfortunately. And that thing gained a lot of farm. Going to go ahead and bring in Muck and catch this. You like that? Yo, I know you do. Let's see if it's an Earthquake. Oh, yeah. That was the win con. That was it. Period. We weren't going to be able to win otherwise. They're swapping into Machamp. We're going Mega Horn here. Get that stinking thing out of here. All right. In comes their Walrein, and we take them out with counters. There you go. All right. This team puts in the work. Had fun today. Next battle, what are we going to see? Oh, yes. Okay, finally. I was getting bad leads today. And here we go. Now it's my turn. Okay, my turn to get the rock, paper, scissors on my end. Alrighty. So Venusaur. I mean, this thing is just nasty. I mean, I think the only place that it's not as much of a threat as everywhere else is going to be in the Open Master League, level 50, because you got all those steel types roaming around. But then again, we've used it, not in the Open Master League, but Master League, and we had dominated. It's very good up against Zacian, so it's still doing a lot of damage with Frenzy Plant. I mean, look at this crap. So in comes the Obstagoon. That's perfectly fine. We immediately swap into our Muck, as we knew they were going to be swapping as well. And they have 2 grass types, so they're rocking a double weakness to fire team like me. And they don't even really have coverage for fire, like me. Well, we got a Rock Blast, so I guess technically at the end of the day, that's covering us. What are you going to see fire? Most likely Charizard, or maybe a Typhlosion. So we got coverage with the Thunder Punch with the Muck. So we're looking okay. Alright, so we're taking out the Roserade. In comes the Obstagoon, and they back out. We take the win. We looking good. Let's go. Now, out of all these Pokemon that I've been using, obviously Whaleran is going to be amazing, right? We already know it's going to be rank 1 and 2, Shadow and Non-Shadow. Oh, that's a horrible lead. But I'm going to have to say Heracross is the star. I mean, this thing is just good. It's very good. Alright. The reason being is because of the resistance to counter and it being fighting itself and also resisting ground. Having those coverage moves, I love it. Alright, so up against the Charizard here. Alright, well, since we're not Shadow, we don't have to really worry too much as I shield up the Blast Burn. Well, it's just necessary to win this matchup here. It is still going to be doing quite a bit of damage. We want to outpace this Charizard. Let's see if we can get to it. Come on. Alright, I think we are going to have to shield this up. We don't have to, but we want to. They bait us. That's fine. Dragon Claw, again's not going to KO. And at this point, I think we want to farm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have about 3, 4, 5 HP. Alright, so we need to be on our toes, immediately hitting that Earthquake. It is going to be a Glade. It's going to do some good damage here. Immediately swapping into Scizor. And they have a Snorlax in the back. So we're going Night Slash for the potential boost. Since we're Shadow doing so much damage, getting the boost would just be amazing. Alright, getting that last shield. Shield this battle here. Go for another Night Slash. Desperation boost. Let's see if we can get it. Iron Head does do a lot of damage. But with the accumulation of these bullet punches, it's very nice. Not only that, I don't have to worry about taking the Snorlax out. As a matter of fact, having it with HP is going to be beneficial because I can counter it down, or I can bring in my Walrein, whatever, man. Have them waste their energy like we love to do. In comes the Glade. We resist both of the charge moves as far as what they should have. Yep. Confusion's not enough. If we're able to get to a Rock Blast, we'll take them out. And then we will counter down the Snorlax. Bingo, bango, wham. Thank you. Let's get it. All right, moving on to the next battle. Make sure you hit that like button if you do appreciate these videos. Really do appreciate the support. Met with a Gengar, bad lead. Swapping into Scizor, they're going to be bringing in Machamp and a bad counter. This is not good at all. We're not going Night Slash. It's going to be pointless. It's not very effective. We're letting this go and just going to go Iron Head here. Whatever, it is what it is. Let's see if they let it go or shield it up. They shield it up. Sounds good. We're getting a shield from them, and now we can go in here with Heracross. Now, the problem with Heracross up against Machamp, not necessarily the regular Machamp, I guess, more so the Shadow, is you got to look out for Rock Slide. That is going to be hurting you. Bug is weak to Rock, but you are fighting, so it's neutralized, but at the same time, it's still doing a decent amount. Alright, so we're going to take them out with a Rock Blast. We still have 2 shields. In comes their Gengar. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting to that charge move first. It's going to be a Shadow Claw for sure, or, sorry, Shadow Punch. And I get off this Rock Blast just to do a little bit of chip damage, and I do believe we would want to swap immediately here since we got all their shields. They have a Venusaur in the back, clone, very nice. So we have to be mindful of that thing, alright? It's going to spam us. We can't overfarm like some, you know, we're going to farm you down, boy, and whatever, all this energy. All of a sudden, you're just going to get spammed with Frenzy Plant. So we're going to go ahead and take them out here. Regular Venusaur in the Ultra League, handling the Icicle Spear very nicely. In comes Gengar. We're going to get to another one. This is not going to KO, but it's going to be bringing them very low. All right, looking good. I think we're going to be able to just Powdered Snow down here, unless it's a Shadow Ball. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're going to counter down with the Heracross. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all on my next video. Take care, traders.
Hey! So So you're finally here! Fantastic!